Sequels! These need sequels! Oh, hello there. Now, you don't know who I am, but today we're going to talk about video games that should have got sequels. I know, we get plenty of sequels all the time, right? Sometimes you get games for sequels you didn't really expect or really even want, but you know what? They still try and they come out with a new version or a reiteration, or maybe they're continuing on the story or something. But then there are those games that come out and they seem like they're the start of something that could be good, something that is a great foundation, a building block to possibly, maybe not be a full-on big massive franchise, but maybe at least spawn one or two more sequels. So buckle in, come along with me, we'll take a look at 6 different games who should have gotten sequels. Some are pretty obvious, and a couple of them might be a little, controversial, but anyways, I'll let you decide, and, well, let's get right into it. First up is the most obvious one, the one that everybody talks about, and the one that still, to this day, I can't believe we don't have a sequel to, and that is Legend of Dragoon. I was there for all that hype, all that build-up to the new massive role-playing game coming from Sony itself, The Legend of Dragoon. I bought into that, I pre-ordered this, I picked it up day and date, and I started playing, and you know what? This was a great game. Sure, of course, it's its first and only, right? Dragoon game. It's got a little bit of flaws, but it was an awesome game. But boy, we sure had it good in the PlayStation 1 era when it came to JRPGs. Man, so much awesomeness. All the Final Fantasies, Wild Arms, Xenogears, Valkyria Profiles, plenty of others I'm not even thinking of at the moment. And then we got The Legend of Dragoon. I don't think that Sony wanted this to straight up, be a Final Fantasy killer or a replacement. I think they just wanted to be in the conversation and to show that, you know what, we can do one as well. I'll go ahead and say that, yeah, they did. They succeeded in what they set out to do. Well, and no, I'm not going to say that it innovated or, revitalized or created something new, but it was just plain fun. The combat kept us engaged, at least. You got to have some type of rhythm as you're watching, to see which buttons to press at different times. Each attack had a different attack pattern to it, so you kind of had to figure them out to give you all that extra bonus damage and stuff. So that's nothing bad. You can't knock it for that. You can, sure, maybe after a while you might get tired of that and need to stop for a bit. But it's no different than just, as they always say about Final Fantasy games. Hey, all you do is mash the X button. What else? What else is there? Fools. There's so much more. There's great stories. There's great visuals. There's great music. Oh, and you know what? The Legend of Dragoon has all those as well. All your standard 90s JRPG tropes are here, right? You got pre-rendered backgrounds, you've got villagers and cities that you have to talk to multiple times, you've got random battles, you've got massive item management, you have a big party, that you have to swap in and out as you go along your adventure. It's all here. There is nothing lacking, and it gives you a good alternative for all the other large series that were going on at this time. Now, I guess the big question is, did it get lost in the shuffle? I don't think so, because there was a pretty good hype building up to it. There was a lot of advertisement, there was a lot of talk about it, and I know I wasn't the only one who bought into it and, pre-ordered and was just ready to go as soon as it was released. Maybe the kind of shock or disillusionment or disappointment was at the end, once we had beat it and we were done, and then there was no news of a sequel. Sure, I think there were some rumors here or there, but there's nothing ever concrete, and as you know, we never did get anything else for The Legend of Dragoon. Even now, in this day and age of the big remakes and remasters, maybe this deserves something like that, or actually, just give us a whole new game. It is definitely memorable enough because it's not just on my list for needed sequels, it's on everybody's list when you talk about, hey, what games should have a sequel? What games need to continue on? It's this one. If you have not yet played this, and you are a fan of those 90s JRPGs, give it a shot. It's not too expensive, it's readily available all over, so yeah, do it. Add it to the collection. It's well worth it. Needs a sequel. We need to know what happens to well, I mean, it doesn't have to continue on with Dart and Rose and the rest of the gang. Maybe it can be like Final Fantasy. It can be more of a anthology series, right? And maybe it just needs to take place in more of its world and then flesh out that fantasy setting a little bit more. Either way, Legend of Dragoon is in need of a sequel. So this one here is the most recent game we're going to discuss, and that is 3D Dot Game Heroes. I don't know what else to say about this other than because this is A Link to the Past, but in 3D pixel art, HD gloriness. It's almost I almost want to just say, stop the video now. If you don't have this game, stop it now. Find it. It's not too crazy expensive, but find it, order it up, get it coming so you can start playing this, because this is a blast. This is a pure nostalgia trip, and also it's just a great game by itself as well. It is so cool, and like we'll take a look at it. Actually, once you just start seeing this game in action, you're going to want to buy it. There's not much else I can say. I mean, okay, I'm going to say stuff, but this game is awesome. And before you even start your adventure, you get to pick some crazy little avatar. And if you don't like the way that avatar looks, you get to go right into a big editing program and change it up and make it whatever you want. Yeah, now that is really cool. You get a little slideshow of text and a little bit of artwork here as it brings you up to speed with the story so you can get ready to set out and conquer the evil. Dang, soak that in. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? How can you not want to play this? I mean, how did this not sell just gangbusters out there? I don't know why this was pretty much ignored. 3D Dot Game Heroes is an amazing homage to Zelda, and man, does it just, first it hits that nostalgia, drip that you need, that you just want with those rose-colored glasses, but then once you get past that, you find out that this game is just really good underneath the hood as well. And it's just a great play and leaves you just wanting more. That's why we need a sequel. Hey, look at this. Look at the dungeon. Familiar? Yeah, that's right. Oh, and swords. Big swords. Who doesn't love a big sword? I mean, of course, you don't get to keep the big sword all the time. As soon as you lose a little bit of health, then your sword gets a little bit smaller, and you got to get your health back up. Just like in Zelda, when you were able to have full health and you got to shoot off that projectile and stuff. But, it's just, dang, so much fun. Look at the animation. Look at these awesome graphics. I can't say enough about it. Oh yeah, dungeon map. We've seen that before. Every zone just looks awesome. Every zone just looks gorgeous. Every zone you just want to get lost in and just stay there. The music is great as well. Okay, you know what? How about I just let you watch it for a while? As of the recording of this, I believe this game is still only available on the PlayStation 3. So, it gives you an excuse if you haven't bought a PS3 yet to go out and get one. Just like Zelda, big, large boss battles that involve whatever sub-weapon or sub-utility item you got from that dungeon happens in every dungeon as well. No need to rewrite the formula when it works so well. Here, just have a little bit more to feast your eyes on, and then we'll move on to the next game. This needs a sequel, and you could do so much with what they did here, the engine they used, how they made this. It's just like, man, this was a great initial start to the 3D Dot Game Heroes total anthology, because you could have gone like with a Contra, or then with a Mario style or a Sonic style. You could have gone all over the place and really made something else. 3D Dot Game Heroes, at the end of the day, you gotta have this one in your collection. It is so good, and it's so much fun, so don't sleep on it. Okay, so here comes our first kind of controversial one. The first one's probably going to raise your eyebrow and make you wonder, well, what is it that I'm really thinking? I'll try and explain it to you, but here we go. We're talking about Awesome Possum. And sure, this first one's a little silly when it says, Awesome Possum kicks Dr. Machino's butt. Okay, sure. A little tongue-in-cheek, a little silliness, but it's alright. It was the 90s. That's what we were doing. So for Awesome Possum, like I said at the beginning of the video, this game actually laid the groundwork for something that could have been much bigger, much better. This was a good initial start, and I mean, you'll see here in the footage how it was very much like a Sonic game, except it just wasn't as good as a Sonic game. So in the heyday of the Genesis with Sonic and other fast-moving side-scrollers, when Awesome Possum was released, it just wasn't enough to get noticed, at least not in a good light. There were definitely some pretty heavy criticism about it, and and so be it. It did have a message it was trying to convey, and it did do that in a fairly decent way, but you could totally still continue on with that message today if you wanted, in a more nuanced style like some video games have.
Awesome, awesome, kicks Dr. Machino's butt. I'm awesome.
I know. Now, I'm not trying to say that this is a decent game, but it has its charm, and it won me over. There is the start of something here that I think could have gone a bit further. I mean, even Echo got a sequel, and that game was just crazy, to think about when you look at that. What? A game about a dolphin? What are we talking about? I mean, not to mention crazy aliens involved. I get it. I totally understand why this wasn't so big in the 90s. I mean, with all the Sonic games and other fast-paced side-scrollers, really did not hold up against them. It was pretty preachy, because it's all about environmental awareness as you run through the forests and these different levels to pick up the trash and litter that have been left behind. I think it was pretty interesting in how they did it, and the route that they took to bring this message to you. Between each level, there is a little quiz for you to take, to learn something new about the environment around you. But I mean, really, can you forgive it because it has a water level? Oh gosh, those are the worst. Right? Yeah, yes they are. I mean, there's a few games that have decent water levels, but not many. There's some decent Genesis speed to be found here in these levels, and the levels are designed fairly well, they're serviceable. The protagonist, Mr. Awesome Possum, though, he does talk a lot, and after a while, though, some of his quips do get a little long in the tooth. Anyways, Awesome Possum, this is a game I feel had a good start. Even though it was a little rough, something was there, but then they never got to follow up with it. Next up, we reach back to the NES, and we pull out Breatkthru. Oh, that's right, you remember this one. You remember playing it not just on the NES, but you remember also playing it in the arcade. Just had some really great side-scrolling vehicular combat. It was just, you got your little Jeep, your Breaktthru Jeep that you're going through on your way to find the stolen... What are you trying to find? I mean, not the most innovative, not the most amazing, but it was darn fun. And so while it was kind of simplistic in its nature, this game was a blast. It was another great start for something that could have gone on to be really fun. Oh, come on, please give me a sequel to Breaktthru. If I can get multiple sequels and multiple games all across the Spy Hunter series, why can't I have some Breaktthru games? After all, this is pretty much Spy Hunter, but a side-scroller rather than a, vertical game, or any of the other awesome iterations Spy Hunter has come out with, which I love. So, come on, Breatkthru, give it to us. The premise and the execution of this game is so wonderfully simplistic and yet so just charming and so engaging that, gosh, it just begs for a sequel. Well, okay, maybe I'm the only one who begged for a sequel because we got nothing. I'm all for it though. Give me something that I can have like a couple different vehicles to select from. Maybe a couple different water vehicles or to get up into the air. Give me something more. Lots of power-ups to play with. Lots of enemies to go after. Oh my gosh, this could be so much more. One of the biggest things about Breakout here is that it is relatively a short game, but of course it's only short because you have to memorize your way through each level. And once you know each level and have it memorized, well then you can just blow right through it. And you know, that's okay. Kick it up a notch, let's have something different, let's try something else out, let's explore something new, but we have a great basis here for a franchise. Breaktthru here is pretty much a blank slate. You can do whatever you want with it. You can take it whichever direction you want, and I will be there for whatever direction it goes. So, you know what? Data East, come on back. Let's do this. Let's get a sequel. Bring me something new, and I'll be right there. And also, just look at that box art. That just screams, I need a sequel, because that's so good. So there you go. Breakout for the NES. And it needs a sequel. We'll stay with the vehicle theme of things, and we'll now move up to the PlayStation 2 and go to Roadkill. Now, I've talked about this game before, and how much fun this is. This is a great take on Twisted Metal and Grand Theft Auto in a post-apocalyptic world where you've got, 3 or 4 big main cities left, and so you get to spend a little bit of time in each city, and it's kind of, you know, and each place is its own little mini open world as you take on missions and you try and do different things. You unlock new vehicles, you upgrade vehicles and stuff, and it's just a blast. It's just a lot of combat, a lot of roadkill, so much fun, and it should have had a sequel. Twisted Metal got plenty of sequels. Roadkill is in need of a sequel. We need more vehicle-based combat games. A lot more.
The tough guys who came to kill but stayed.
Get ready for some vehicular mayhem, because this is it. Roadkill here delivers on all kinds of levels. It's just a lot of fun. You get to run lots of people over, you get to shoot up all kinds of cars, you get to find some new vehicles, you get to upgrade what you've got. Oh man, it's what we always want in the game. You just get bigger and better and bigger and better. The challenges keep coming at you and coming at you. Oh man, yes, let's go. Just like Twisted Metal, you know, when you're out here running around the streets trying to complete some missions or just maybe find some new components for your car by blowing up somebody else, everybody else is fighting each other as well. The enemy of my enemy is their enemy? Wait, what? Well, of course, if some vehicle out there is a little too tough for you, then just drive off and head off to something new. Find another mission. Or, you know, go back to your garage and repair. Or just start roaming the streets looking for people to to run over. Imagining a sequel to this, you know, even with today's technology, is just, it's just mind-melting. Makes me really want one. You could say we got a spiritual successor in that Mad Max game that came out several years ago. And whew, boy, that was a lot of fun. And while I like the desert and the wasteland, give me, you know, more urbanized combat like this. That's what we want. It shouldn't be too hard. Somebody needs to do this. Somebody needs to grab this, give us a new Roadkill, and make it happen.
You are the new guy I've been hearing about. Come over here. Let me get a look at you. Know anything about these guys?
I don't need any crazy story. Just give me some good missions, give me some wonderful, repeatable things, give me upgrades, give me a way to make cash, give me garages, give me where I can store my vehicles, let me exchange parts around. Oh, yeah, come on. Doesn't that sound like a lot of fun? I'm sure there's something out there that will scratch my itch for this, but you know what? What I really want is a sequel here to Roadkill. We got several Twisted Metal Blacks. Heck, we even got a Carmageddon sequel. Man, why isn't this crept back up yet? Not even a remaster? Not even a remake? Anything. I'm begging you for anything. Yeah, there we go. Roadkill. Time to start it back up for the playthrough. Well, if you're still here, I have saved the best for last, and of course, it is also the most controversial. So let's take a look at it. I'm talking about Castlevaina Judgement.
What?
Yes, I am the sole, one and only fan of this game. That's true. That is the truth. I really enjoy the concept of what Castlevaina Judgement was trying to do. Right? You're bringing all these characters from the Castlevania franchise together to have this big fighting tournament, of course, right? And there's some arbitrary reason why they're there. What could have been is a sequel could have taken what they started, rebalanced it, worked on some character design stuff, brought in some new characters, tweaked a few of them, done some stuff like that, right? Just reiterated upon it, and Castlevania Judgment 2 or 3, oh man, would have been awesome. They showed these characters could be great in fighting games. I am a fan. You take that, you build upon it, and you come back with Castlevania Judgment 2 or Rejudgment or Judgment Extreme or Judge, Jury, or Execution or whatever you want to call it, and then you just make it even better. It's here. The foundation, the bones, everything is here. It's so... Oh well. At least I still have this to play. Well, of course, there's a series story mode for each character. I mean, you gotta bring them together for some reason. But here we have all the Castlevania characters. Well, not all. We have a good amount of Castlevania characters here to play and to just enjoy their interaction.
Right on time. Welcome to the Time Rift.
Time what? What the hell are you talking about?
We get Grant, we get Trevor, we get Simon, we get Eric, we get Camilla, we get Alucard, we even get the big man himself, Dracula, we get Shanoa. There's so many here to play. Oh, it's so fun. And there's all this great remixes of some of the music throughout the games. There's also each stage, you recognize from one of the other games as well, and it's just this whole mesh of Castlevania coming together, just showing you the love. I love Castlevania so much. That love, and just puts it all together in one, and it's just concentrated, and it's just given to you on a platter for you to enjoy. If you're looking to pick this up for yourself, remember it's only available on the Wii. But it can play on the Wii U as well. And maybe that was to its own detriment, and it should have released to some other platforms. But hey, the Wii was really big at the time. You get some pretty cool big special moves. I mean, it's a fighting game through and through. Like I said, they could tweak some things up, maybe adjust some stuff. And the characters, while the characters here are all ones we love, yeah, they had some weird costume ideas, but so what? That's part of the fighting game environment, right? You always come in with some weird new outfit or costume, or have some unlockable to have for every character. It's all right here. It's all right here. Everybody should love this.
Trevor? Grant, it's been too long. Sypha and I sorely missed you at our wedding.
Spin-off fighting games for a franchise can work. Just look at Final Fantasy. That's got like 3 or 4 entries. Man, come on, give us more Castlevania Judgment.
I cannot lose. Combat is my sole reason for living. We vampires should be friends.
Never. I will never join you.
You share the blood of Lord Dracula, and yet you would stand against me?
Enough talk. It is time for you to die.
You! I will carve off your flesh like an apple-skinned boy.
Ready?
Guess I'm just an overeager fan, ready to lap up anything that's almost thrown to me from some of my very favorite franchises. But you know what? No, that's not true. There are actually a couple Castlevania games that I do not care for. But that's okay, because there's plenty of other ones out there that are just awesome, and they're timeless. And I don't mind if they try something new every now and then. Hence Judgement, and hence give us another one, because you've got something great here that you could make even better.
Puny worm, I remember you.
I shall fight you in the name of all my oppressed sisters.
Ready? Fight!
I have no problem being the keeper of the flame for Castlevania Judgement. I am proud to bear that torch, and I am proud to talk to you about it, and I'll let you know that it's a fun game, and that I thoroughly enjoy it, and you know, maybe someday we can meet up and play head-to-head in this game, and so you can see it, and maybe come to appreciate it as well.
Not good enough.
Yeah, that's right. Castlevania Judgement deserves a sequel. Well, there you have it. 6 games that I think should have sequels, you know, some more than others, but I would love to have seen the ideas that each of these games started, the next try, the next iteration, the next level, the next expansion, whatever it could be. I want to see what they could have done, and, you know, that, darn. Some of these missed out. Maybe some we will still yet see, because there have been some sequels that have been 10, 20, or 30 years apart. And you know what? I'll be here for them. I will. As we wrap this up, thank you for watching. Be sure to comment below on what video game you think deserves a sequel. And as always, game on.
Yeah.